I'm Casey Buckman here with
Alan Brinn.
and we are the two directors in our recent short film, The Haunting of Beauregard Forest. And this is our commentary. I don't know what to talk about, but
It's gonna be random, I can tell you that.
yeah. So let's get this show on the road. So this pretty much, like, the idea came from Blair Witch Project. It's a Blair Witchy kind of film, and somehow it turned out okay.
Sad to say, most of the reason people joined our project is they knew we'd actually get it done.
Yeah, which is terrible, but it did get done, and yeah, this is pretty much the basic intro to...
Stupid kids acted stupid, got killed. This is what happened.
Yeah, and they were all white besides one, so obviously they're gonna die. I try to put that basic horror movie aspect into here, because who doesn't love a dumb slasher?
Love the filter.
Yeah, okay, so funny story. This wasn't supposed to be our first scene. We had a originally car scene kind of introducing the characters, but I lost the SD card. So we kind of had to, like, because we were not going to reshoot it, not with these people.
We had to improvise.
So we did, and I look terrible, and the back of my head looks bad, and I'm glad my hair is red now. And it's a nice close-up of my face. Gross. I did not want to act in this, but, you know.
People be people, being lazy. But what I really love the fact is that we have that entire other camera, and we don't have any of the footage from it.
Yeah, we had two separate cameras, and the one that this one is, it was like the first camera, which is Lucas is holding, or Steven's holding. Lucas is the one, is the camera that we don't have, and we've looked up and down for it. So this location is actually Alan, our assistant director's backyard.
Gotta love living in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, this was funny because Michaela, she played
Your sister.
Sam, and she totally burnt Chad, who's played by Hoyt Roundtree.
Kinda deserved it.
Yeah, we were just kind of winging it because we were not going by the script. I don't even know why we wrote one.
What I really love though is the fact that I was the tour guide, and Hoyt just like immediately goes off on a different trail. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go down this trail. He's like, no.
Yeah, but it kind of worked, I guess. I mean, it just puts in, I don't know, exposition, is that the word?
Yeah, maybe.
Puts in, just to get the thing going.
Get some aesthetics, you know.
Yeah, establish everything.
And no one mentions the deer stand in the back of the shot.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Love the outfit, 10 out of 10.
I know, I really tried to go with that whole Paris Hilton House of Wax thing. It didn't really work out as fast as I planned, but I mean, it was comfortable. It was cold outside, so I was warm.
You're the only one with long pants on, with like long sleeves the whole time.
Yeah, but I was warm.
Everyone was like, oh my god, the mosquitoes!
Right, I came out of that thing with no mosquitoes. Mosquito bites.
Mosquito bites.
Mosquito bites.
Yeah, and what's really funny is that the day that this was happening, I had to like bribe my neighbors not to shoot because my neighbors had planned a big party that afternoon. And they were like, oh, we're gonna be out there with our guns and our freaking cannon, and I'm just like, please, no. We don't want to have to reschedule this. Yeah, I love how automatically you have no service.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to have that in a horror film, don't you think? This was a totally improvised argument too, but it works because me and Hoyt don't get along anyways. So
It's a whole lot better than what would have happened if Shakira was the actress. When you think about it.
Yeah, but their whole relationship I wanted to do was like, they argued a lot. This is just a random shot I found. And I kind of have these kind of shots throughout the entire thing, kind of breaking it up.
I mean, you don't want to be looking at shaky cam the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, this is probably one of my favorite scenes ever. Because,
it's so goofy.
It's so dumb, and,
Yeah, side note about the shaky cams, we showed this video beforehand to a couple of the, like, parents and friends or whatever. My father almost threw up while watching this.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not supposed to have that steady cam, because these are people who don't even know how.
I mean, as you can tell by this scene, he doesn't even know that the lens cap is on.
Yeah, it's probably the funniest thing.
Well, I don't know. The Luigi ward's not bad either.
Haven't even got to that point. You haven't even got to that point. You're already spoiling. All right, we're about to have a super secret guest on this movie right now.
Cameo.
It's a cameo by Alan's dad, Greg. I think his performance in the entire film is spot on. I think it's the best performance. Oscar nominated, actually.
He really knows how to carry that shovel.
Yes.
Oh, and side note about the whole scene where Hoyt chases after the gravedigger. As you know, it's in the forest. There's going to be thorns and sticker bushes and everything. This boy is in sweatpants and tennis shoes. So me, being the smart one of the group apparently, decides to give him my boots that I was wearing. These are like the knee-high waders, and he's just like, I'm not running through there. So I have to give him my shoes and stand there barefoot while this boy chases after my dad with a shovel.
He just made a really weird face, because we can't see that face you just made, but it was just like a WTF face.
Flash's meme picture.
So this is also a funny scene because
Casey fall down and
I
go
fell
boom.
down, yeah. After we shot this scene, I didn't realize my phone was lost. We spent about 20 minutes trying to find it, and it was underneath some leaves and stuff.
The only reason we found it was because she has that golden case.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. Here's the scene where they are looking for. They found actually. Anna, my character, actually
fell over,
and there was broken glass in here. And then Hoyt's character was trying to Anna, you broke the whole thing. I was like, it had glass in it before, which I don't know how it had glass in it, considering someone, Alan, told me it was supposed to be broken, but there was a lot of glass in there.
I mean, it was all glued together. When, Hoyt decided to throw the bag, it might have rebroken it.
Yeah.
So.
And some swords there and pictures. We had a better shot with the other camera of the photos, which I'm sad that we could not find those shots because they were pretty cool. Because Lucas, I'm actually holding the camera right now. Lucas had a camera close up to the picture of the dead bodies and everything. But again, that was on the SD card, never to be found again.
It's probably out there in the woods somewhere.
I guess so. I mean,
people did trip over the bag with them in it, so
yeah.
There is always that possibility.
Rip in pieces, SD card. Probably one of our teachers too, so I'm gonna work.
I don't know.
This is my lovely shot. I don't know what I was doing.
Anybody who puts their hand in his bag,
you just love looking at hands.
Clearly, I don't know. I think at the time I was hoping for a better shot with Lucas's, but we have to improvise when we don't have the material, and I am not about to drag everybody back out there just to do the scene again. That was pain trying to get it together, and it would be even more pain trying to get everybody to come back.
With the same costumes,
yes.
Same hair.
Yeah, we had some of our actors have already gotten haircuts, so it would have been like, whatever. That part, White cussed, so I had to bleep it out.
Because this is a PG production.
Yeah, and I did, and the little beeping sound sounded terrible, so I just cut it. Because he was like Titanic still in, and
If you're above the age of 13, you figured out what he said.
Yes. And then, a casual Anna chat argument.
Well, then you made an awful mistake.
Love the lighting.
Yeah.
I love how those.
Michaela's flip flops. Oh, my favorite part of the entire thing. Get the camera out of my face. Yeah.
I still love the fact that those candles are meant to come out of the car, but we just left them in the bag.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, funny thing and interesting thing about the swords is in General Ghost, they're attributed to one item, and the ghost would then use said item to kill said person.
Yeah.
We never see the swords again.
Yes.
It's not even the weapon.
Yeah. When we get to the killing part, spoiler alert.
I mean,
we don't even see the weapon, do we?
I don't. I think you see it whenever Stevens you know, taken.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, our actor for that was like barely even shown in the entire thing.
Yeah, so it's just depending on if I mean, it might have picked up on some on Lucas's camera, but as you know, we weren't there.
It was pretty much winging it, just going through like, oh, we just hope this is good, because this entire scene was about 12 minutes, and not 12, like 8 minutes, and so we were not about to sit there and we watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Unprofessional, we know, but we were students.
I love how you guys walk 5 feet.
I know, but I mean, we could, even if like if you want to be, I don't know, sensible, whatever the word is that where we fell, it was not level at all to keep the Ouija board on there, because it was like slanted with a whole bunch of branches. So it made sense to move. So
What we'll probably do with like the scenes where like we're talking about what the thing looks like, or certain like little small things in this recording, will probably flash up like pictures.
yes,
Because we do have out on my property trail cameras, and it did catch a few kind of interesting photographs, and we'll pop those up at the end of the show, and let you guys see those, a little sneak peek.
little sneak peek.
Something you don't see if you just watch the normal version of the
Yeah.
movie. So
Okay, so we are at a Ouija board, or as like
when the
I like to call Luigi.
when the males are the wimps, they won't even touch the
Oh,
Ouija
like,
board.
I didn't understand the whole. Okay, so what just happened is that my crappy sound effects is that whenever they touched the Ouija board and she did her whole spirit, whatever. Yes, iconic. All this stuff went off. Pretty much it was like, well, the ghosts are coming out, so you guys better get out of there. But you know,
Dumb people be dumb.
yes. And this is where Anna is like, I don't want to go with you. Blah blah blah.
And I love how we tried for how many takes did it take before we actually got them to kind of respond when they were supposed to?
Okay, so when we first did this, I was like, okay, cue the so-and-so, and they're like, what? I'm like, did you read the script? So, yeah, it was like, our reactions aren't that good, and I was not about to go look for other, various screams on, like, other websites. But I think we're at where, oh, here's another one of those shots that I kind of put in there, because I thought it was cool. Don't know what it is, but it looks cool.
It looks like it's a really big close-up of Cheyenne.
I think it is, but it looks like kind of like a orb-ish kind of thing.
Kinda.
But this is where Chad and Anna are out searching the woods by themselves, because they're going to go towards the sound of the gunfire and the wind and all that, which is really smart. Obviously.
Well, it's kind of like whenever you're in a horror movie and you go upstairs instead of out the door.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not blonde, so we couldn't blame it on that.
No. I mean, I have blonde roots. But.
Yeah, what's really interesting about this scene is that we kind of based this scene off of, what was it? I think we did base it off of a scene from actual Blair Witch, where the two guys want to leave and go do something, but the girl refuses to be left alone, so one of the guys stays behind, and then crazy stuff happens, and the witch decides to leave, like, piles of rocks everywhere.
Yes.
So.
This is a very PG version of that movie. I believe we're about to witness Chad scaring Anna.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think he's done the face shot yet.
No.
So he's about to, at this point, Chad's like walking off, be like, what was that?
Yeah.
And there you go. He's explaining here that he's going to, you know, freak out Anna, try to make her pee herself or whatever, and just be a butt.
Calling her superstitious and everything, and it's just.
It's one of those unhealthy relationships.
Yeah.
Not good for you.
It's that typical thing you see in like Mean Girls or whatever. Jock boyfriend and dumb blonde. Jock boyfriend's gonna treat dumb blonde correctly.
Ends up dying.
Ends up dying, yeah. And then this is where she's screaming Anna, and then he's like, okay, why?
That's not funny, Chad.
That's not funny.
It's not funny.
That was not
But
What? Don't.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going. I'm not. No, I'm not dealing with it.
Ah, come on.
yeah, so Anna now is running away.
Anna.
Again, I didn't know what Hoyt was going to do with this scene because him and Alan and his, I think it was your dad that were talking to him about location-wise.
It was me, Zach, my dad, and Hoyt. What it is where we shot this scene with Chad and Anna, it's a ways down from an outcrop of another trail, which leads to a deer, to another deer stand, which leads to another trail, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And what we did is we had...
We get it, man. You shoot deer.
Yes, we kill animals. Woo. We had Anna walk off to the right, but Hoyt walk up the trail to the left, and then take a left, so that he has more area to run away from Mr. Beauregard axe murderer. Well, actually...
So, see that he just ran into our ghost, played by Cheyenne Owens. Her name is Esther Beauregard. We don't really get to see her face in this, which is unfortunate because none of our shots really, like, were shown of her face, but, you can actually hear it back in the scene of her crying, so it you can kind of...
Gives that spooky vibe.
You can actually know she's here, but Chad right now is up in a tree. What I like about this scene is he's breathing heavy, and,
It adds the whole...
yeah, but here he is, the guy pulled him down, and then you hear a really bad sound effect of a stabbing knife.
It's kind of painful to listen to.
Yes, and we have Anna, she's like, Chad, I'm tired of your games, another one of those. She's annoyed.
Honestly, for this scene, I wish we had had another camera present, because it would have been cool to have been able to have the light on Chad,
Yeah.
and the camera looking at it, and you see the bush hook come down, which is what the weapon was. If you
Yeah,
don't know
that's what we had in the script.
If you don't know what that looks like, that's what it looks like.
Yes.
Flashes of victory.
Yes.
At this scene, Anna's decided to be, oh my god, I'm about to die.
Yeah, and then my iconic scream.
Funny.
And then the sound of bones cracking, which I'm guessing sounds deadly enough.
Well, whatever. If you fall or your bones get broken in the woods, you're gonna die. Because 9 out of 10 Americans do not understand how to survive in the woods.
Well, it wasn't that she fell and she broke her legs. It's that guy crushed her. I feel like he just popped her neck. It was like...
He might have, like, broken her neck.
Yeah.
But, side note, if you guys have not watched the blooper reel yet,
Okay.
this scene, Casey, being Casey, decided to scream her own name.
Yes.
She was like, Anna! Anna! Hoyt that's in the background screaming, You're Anna!
Yes. Right now we have our other three characters, Sam, Alex, and Mitch, finding Anna's body, and you get to see that dead body in just a second. But kind of where Alex and Mitch and Sam get more lines, but Mitch never had many lines in the first place, which is kind of there.
Mitch was there for a more support role.
Yeah. This is Lucas's amazing crotch shots here.
Always want to see that.
Yep. Ladies love it. Guys love it, depending on what you're into.
I've been looking at this the whole time we've been watching this, and I know it's kind of pointless to a lot of people, but the filter. The filter, as you can see, is the record box with the battery level and the little tape at the bottom. When we found that the battery level changed, we about came out of our chairs.
Yeah, okay, it was awesome, because, like, why would you have, like, an entire movie with just one battery? I mean, obviously Final Cut offers really awesome filters, but I don't know. I really wanted to use this, and that's where came about the Blair Witch idea. Right now, our characters are trying to figure out what to do next, since two of their friends are now dead. Sam's crying, Mitch is trying to comfort her, and then our boy Alex is trying to take the lead. Now the new Chad, for however long.
Since the whole scene, the car scene wasn't there, just a little like character development note. Sam is the goth, you know.
Yes.
As you will have heard
Funny
earlier.
thing, you said not to get that little well in it. It's in there anyways.
It's just a feed her.
Yeah.
She's the little goth adopted sister of Anna. Mitch is
best friends with Sam.
Best-
Also has a crush on her.
yeah, best friends with Sam, little crush. He's the nerd guy. And then there's Alex, who's the jock, but he's
Nice.
the nice one. He's the one who's all holier than thou and Bible.
Alright, and this is where we actually get a nice glance at Cheyenne as her character Esther, crying in the mud.
She was complaining so many times because we had to keep retaking. She's like,
Yeah, it took a while for them to realize what we wanted them to do.
Yeah. But it eventually worked out.
Yes, eventually after about 20 takes. But yeah.
Well, by the time we got the 20 takes done, we already had meshed out Cheyenne and Zach's roles.
Yes. This is probably the only time where you see like her face, but even then you don't get to really see it. Which I mean, I didn't really mind that since it's not really about her face that she's bringing to the table.
Excuse me.
That scream though. And then you hear that nice.
That nice
Mhm.
flesh being pierced.
Yes.
Look it up on iTunes.
Where are we?
This is probably the most lines Mitch ever got in the entire film.
I think so, because like this is the one point where everyone else is dead, so he has to
Yes.
talk.
Then there he goes. That was in a Mitch. We saw him for like a brief second. Okay, this is the most iconic part of the movie.
This is the final, like, everybody dies.
That wonderful bone cracking noise. Okay. Now we kind of see her face. It's hollow-eyed.
I hate my lighting on this.
Yeah. So we had no idea how to do this because it was like dark outside.
I had
there they go.
forgotten my stand for the light, so we were forced to hold it.
And you can see it kind of move. So it's like, and then, yeah.
This scene's really long. This is where the battery's draining, and
Yes.
they have to recharge it, and then they discover oh my god, there's things out here that kill people.
Yes.
What I think one of the funny thing is that we never mention what happens to the stuff. Like,
No.
it's kind of just still sitting there.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that when they find it and they figure out their kids are missing, the police take it in for evidence.
Which would then anger them again. And
Yes. So that is our little short film. I'm proud of it. I'm happy that I got to work with the people I did, even though they made me want to stab myself in the face sometimes.
that cast real.
Yes.
I don't know if we're still planning on doing a, actor commentary.
But if we are, look forward to that. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, sorta.
Maybe we can get them all here together in one take.
Just depends.
Depends. So thank you for joining me here today, Alan Brinn.
It's good to be here.
Yeah. We have more stuff working out with the short film, and really proud we got to do it this year. And this is my final project for the year with the broadcasting. So I'm glad I got to work with Alan Brinn and everybody else.
At least we actually do our work.
We do. Shout out to Jukebox Hero. But
Check
yeah.
it out.
Thanks for listening to our little commentary, and I hope that you enjoyed our short film and everything else that has to come with our project.